Okay, so today I am going to explain about Terengganu State Museum. Terengganu State Museum is the largest museum complex in Southeast Asia, with 4 major buildings and a marine museum and 5 traditional houses. It houses a main museum, a marine museum, a fishing museum, 4 traditional houses, a botanical garden, and a Malay herbal garden. This main museum includes a gallery of textile, weaving techniques, traditional weapons, oil, production, Islamic art, and much more. Okay. It is important for everyone to know that the museum are not just storehouses for artifacts and relics, but can also help the young generation or for anyone to learn from the experience and success of their ancestor. Okay. Lastly, it is important to cultivate the spirit of patriotism and self-identity that can be instilled in youth through exposure to history and the struggles of previous generations who fought for religion, race, and country. The extension service that has been decided is about virtual museum exhibitions because we want to provide a convenient way to user populations where users do not have the problems in going to the museum, but they can also get the knowledge about the Terengganu State Museum. Next, because we wanted to reach Kedahan that are having economic disability and lack of transportations. This activity is held for visitors to feel the atmosphere as if they are in Terengganu.
Next, environment scanning. The exhibition will be held at Amanjaya Mall, Sungai Petani, Kedah. Our booth for the event will be built at the parking lot in front of Amanjaya Mall. The target audience is shopping malls are places where individuals or groups often come to buy necessities or meet their entertainment needs. We identify the audience in Manjaya Mall based on gender, age group, education, occupation, social class, and family size. The economic condition of our organization, which is the Museum of Terengganu, found that it has potential to keep growth in the future. It is because the Museum of Terengganu has been held under government sector and it leads to be preserved for a long time indirectly for future generation. The museum needs to be active by doing more activities and programs from time to time. This will make the trust from government to continue give and support for all aspects to the museum. Lastly, for social perception toward Museum of Terengganu nowadays found that most visitors are not interested in visiting the museum because of the negative image of the museum, such as something boring, gloomy, and lonely. Next, for SWOT analysis. The strength that we have in our exhibition program is an educated manpower that together help make this event success. The total manpower in this event is 7 people. 4 of them are the main organizer among us in this event. Meanwhile, we also appointed 3 other people to play role as a public address PA system, photographer, and receptionist. The weakness that we found is limitation to bring the huge artifact and item to be displayed during the event. Next, the opportunity that we have is to engage communities and audience. It is because the mall is well known as a public approach that has a lot of visitors every day. It can encourage visitors to come and stop by our booth. Thus, it will help our event be more attractive and welcome more visitors to come join us. Last one, the threat that our team members face is difficult to get budget and support from administrative department from our organization. This program didn't get the support because they are not sure about the effectiveness of the program. Furthermore, our program might need a high cost. This will lead to one of the big matters in order to make the program more efficient. This is our timeline progress before the event will be held. Next, the budget that is needed in our event is transportation, space rental, booth decoration, advertisement, salary, and last one, cost equipment tools.
Next is execution of the main program. Our main program is Terengganu Museum exhibition for our extension service. The exhibition is about to promote the Terengganu State Museum in Sungai Petani, Kedah. This exhibition is going to be held in Amanjaya Mall, Sungai Petani, Kedah. This program conducted present the collection of Terengganu State Museum in the public Kedah to approach the taken to ensure that exhibition runs smoothly. Next, human resource involvement. We had appointed 3 team staff to help along our event, which is the PA system team, photographer team, and receptionist team. They are in this team. There are other members to help them and to help us to run our activity, our project smoothly. And then we also open for the student around the Sungai Petani to be a volunteer in our project. This is because we want to encourage them. We want to give them a best experience of handling the big project. Next, another traditional game that we bring all the way from the Museum Terengganu, which is Congkak. Congkak is Mancala games of Malay origin played in Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, southern Thailand, and also some part of Sumatra and Borneo. The word Congkak was believed originate from the Malay Congak, give meaning mental calculation, that was practiced in this game. It was considered a good player will have an advantage in collecting points to win the game when the player calculated few steps in advance. How to play Congkak? In our program, we will teach the visitor to play the Congkak to make sure they know how to play Congkak. Okay, Congkak. Congkak need to have a board or Congkak board. Next, the object is marble or rubber seat. In 90s, in era of 90s, they don't use a marble, but they use a rubber seat. But now we already have a marble, so the marble is quite easy. It's quite smaller than the rubber seat. The Congkak board consists 2 of 7 holes called houses and 2 bigger holes called storehouse. Before the game starts, the houses are filled with 7 Congkak seats or marble, each while the storehouse are level empty. Both players begin stimulously by scooping up all the shell in any house on their sides. How the game continues depends on where the last shell is scooped deposit. The first round ends when the player has no more shell on his side. Play resume in the second round with player redistributing shell from their own storehouse to their own house. The loser gets to start the second round. And then the last one is play continue until loses all his house or conceded defeat. That's the example or simple direction or narrative for our visitor how to play the Congkak. Next is WoW. WoW also is one of the most interesting in our era. Still, the people still playing the WoW, but that you know how to do a traditional WoW, such as Wabulan, Waburong, and other than that, and so on. In our program, we will bring the master of making WoW for our visitor to learn how to make WoW, how to choose the bamboo, how to choose the rope, and how to play the WoW properly. So they will learn how they will learn starting from A until Z about the WoW. This is gasing. Gasing is gasing is a traditional games popular amongst Malay or native people, especially among the villages or in the state of Kelantan, Terengganu, and Melaka. Each season after the rice harvest, several villagers will come together to challenge each other in ultimate test of skill. Both adult and children can play the game, but bigger or giant top spinning is more of the game for adult than children. The ones used by adult are much bigger in size, can spinning for a period of time, where the one played by kids are more smaller. Gasing or top spinning is usually made of wood or hard fruit, iron and lead. One of those huge from Kelantan actually weighed about 4 to 5 kilogram while the smaller top is 0.1 to 0.5 kilogram. So after we teach how to play to our visitor, how to make the gassing spinning, then we bring one popular contest in traditional in era of 80, which is the spinning match. The who can spin his top for the longest time will win the match. The top has been launched. The top has been carefully scoped off the ground using the wooden batter will be transferred to a little wooden surface and left spin as long as possible. And then another contest we will do is a striking match. Is far more exciting at the first. At least you will not need to stand there for hours watching the top spinning and spin. The strike match is the name suggests. Each contestant must try to hit their opponent on top so that the already spinning top will topple and we will winning. Next is a marble game. Marble game is such a simple traditional game, but it give the most enjoyment for all the player. We will teach all the visitor who come to our program about how to play the marble games. The marble game is very simple. What the player just need is marble and the players. How to play? First, they need to do a big circle and put their own marble inside the circle, and then they need to hold one or two marble as a bullet to throw inside the bullet and to get to make sure the marble inside the circle get out from the circle. If one or two, if the marble can go out from the circle, it considered as their own bullet.
Next is the evaluation method and process. The method we implement to find out the satisfaction of visitor while visiting our exhibition is survey to get their feedback related to understanding and acquisition they gained while visiting our exhibition. The survey was conducted via online and face-to-face. Based on the data collected, we will assess the satisfaction of user regarding the exhibition we are conducting. Then we will improve the shortcoming to incoming event in order to improve the quality. Lastly, our expected outcome and limitation. Our expected outcome is to ensure the public knows and understand better regarding Terengganu and their culture. Malaysia is rich with various culture because there has many races. So all Malaysian must be understand the culture of each state and races so the harmony of Malaysia can be preserved. For limitation, challenges we face to ensure the expected results can be occurred is lack of public interest in the such exhibition program. The public, especially young people, are more interested in exhibition program related to the modern technology. So we hope that all parties appreciate the culture more and work together in introducing it to the Malaysians before being introduced to the foreign tourists coming to Malaysia.